Hello, everybody. My name is Chris. Welcome to another exciting look at interviews and behind the scenes things for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Right? And now I reached out to Co here, and Mr. Carnage was very, very kind, very nice, and gave us permission to watch his interview with the devs of Expedition 33. So thanks, Co. Really appreciate it, man. Super, super cool. So we're going to check it out. Because we've been seeing all the behind the scenes stuff, and I've seen a bunch of Co's content, and he's really good at talking about topics and like condensing things. He's really good at asking questions and thinking critically, you know. And so when I saw that he did an interview with them, I was like, this has got to be really good. This is going to be really interesting. So I'm hoping we have a good time. So sit down, grab snacks, hang out, have a good time. It's gonna be cool. So let's check it out.
Morning, sir. Well, it's after.
Okay.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hello.
Good morning,
Right.
sir. Well, it's afternoon for us, but
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good morning.
It is
Yeah.
so great to talk to you guys. So let's go ahead and just start our interview right now, if we could, with some introductions. Who are you guys,
Yeah.
and why are we talking?
Well, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm Guillaume Broche, and I'm the CEO and creative director at Central Interactive. And I'm joined today with Nicholas.
Yes, so I'm Nicholas Maxon Frankum. I'm the art director of the game.
Absolutely awesome. So first of all, I just want to thank you guys so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. This game has been amazing. I have played it now. I just finished Act 1 before we started today, and wow, I'm pretty blown away by this. So before I begin, also, I do just want to say, if we could, let's make this interview something that anyone can watch that's never played the game, so we'll keep all spoilers out of it. There will be some gameplay on the screen, but that will be just kind of like farming and stuff while we hang out, because this is a game where you can do that. But to start,
Yeah, sure. No worries.
I will talk about spoilers
I
then.
kind of joked about this before the interview, but I'm going to say it seriously now. The last few years for game development have been tumultuous, to say the least. We have seen giant, huge teams and very well-funded projects kind of crash and burn in a lot of ways. Yet here is your team with 30 people at its core, and you have delivered one of the better gaming experiences this year. And we can already tell this game is going to be some people's game of the year. How did you do it? And can you please write a guide for the world?
Well, take it away, Guillaume.
We just put it on Wikipedia. It's quite easy. You just need an absolutely insane team, to be honest.
Oh,
No,
Super easy.
I think there is no like super big secret. Like many of you probably already know this, but it started as a solo passion project on my side, and I think it still shows today. Like the creative direction has always been very, very clear. We knew what we wanted to make, and we knew that we are basically making the game that we want to play. And I think it's as simple as that. It's really like the key ingredient. It's like even today, like in the team, we are still playing the game and discovering new builds and trying some speedruns, and like we are having so much fun with it. And I think that when you listen to many developers, they are quite kind of tired after working on their game, and we are not. We just enjoy it so much. So yeah, I think it's just the secret is making a game that you really want to play, and like just I can't stress enough how wonderfully lucky we've been to have the team that we have today, because we are quite a junior team. Like most of our team is actually it's their first game, but everybody is so passionate and so into it that
crazy.
yeah, I think it transpires through the screen and it transpires through everything. Like yeah, it's just a pure product of love and passion. And I think, yeah, it's what really makes a big difference.
Awesome. So let me write this down. So for other devs, we'll say skill issue. There we go. Okay, great. No, that is
and passion.
talent and passion. I mean, that's honestly, it's interesting because as we see, the best games come out, we keep hearing over and over again. That's the focus. The focus is delivering a great game, not a great bottom line, a great game. And the great bottom line kind of comes with it if you do it right. So that is really great to hear. One of the things that sets this game apart so much is anything you see from it is instantly fingerprinted due to the style, due to the type of world, the characters you've chosen. How did you guys come to this conclusion? Like, of all the things to have an RPG of this type about, how did you settle here?
Nicholas?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, in the beginning we went for something a bit more Victorian, but then in the end it was kind of almost redone pretty much all the time. So with the story that's been made by Guillaume, that was more like based in Paris, then we I've been exploring way more like Haussmannian buildings, much more Parisian buildings, like yeah, that sort of stuff. I'm mixing it also with like Art Deco, made something pretty unique. So that was more of like the path.
Very much a word I'd use for it.
And then afterwards, yeah, I mean, based on the script and all the next few things, like I was trying to really think outside of the box of like what has already been done and what has not been done yet. So came with like just a lot of research of like different textures, things that I've never seen really in the game, and then making like combining all that together, and then kind of do like it's a lot of die and retry kind of like experimentation,
iteration. Absolutely. Yeah, man, that's awesome.
So I think in the end we came up with something truly special.
Love that.
No question. Talking about inspiration, one thing that I've really enjoyed seeing is almost this kind of retro futuristic style that the Expeditioners have. Is that something you were kind of focused on with that kind of stylization of their equipment and everything?
Yeah, I think there was this special kind of element in the world as well that you can kind of see, like that sort of blue stain that you have like all over Lumiere, and you kind of find it a bit everywhere. It's almost like a sort of like glitch you would find all around, that they sort of use that to fuel like their technology and stuff like that. So it just does make it like a Tesla-ish sort of like thing for the world.
Ooh, very cool.
And also,
That's
to
cool.
add on to this, like on the narrative side, like we really wanted to find like our own style, and we set
I
up on
didn't
the Belle
notice
Epoque
that.
France. But like we kind of imagine what will happen to the Belle Epoque like style if some people were left on an island for like almost 100 years by themselves, and how this style would have evolved, you know. So it's like a mix of Art Deco, but also a bit more futuristic, and how it could have evolved without the influence of the outside world, just like living in isolation. So yeah, that's how we ended up with all these concepts.
Very cool. Kind of a side question, but I was just doing the game. What was the impetus behind like the wardrobe? Like there doesn't seem to be equipment, but there's the fashion is such a great focus. You can really kind of make your characters like. What was the thinking of kind of the move away from more equipment and move towards the more kind of pictos and luminas kind of thing?
Yeah, so I mean, in games, personally, I always hate when in RPGs you have to have the best armor. You have to look really dumb because you don't like the style. So you always wanted to have them very separate, like the stats from the fashion. And I think that fashion in RPGs is like the absolute real end game in any RPG is to look as cool as possible, like even more than the stats. So I mean, and we are French, so we like fashion. But no,
God damn it.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I was. That's awesome.
No, but yeah, definitely. Like for us, it's such a fun way, and also it gives a lot of replayability. Like we make a lot of cutscene, like we make everything in house, and I make a lot of cutscene in the game, and it's always such a joy when you just watch the same cutscene over and over again, but just with different styles. So like just when you replay the game and you have like some goofy outfits and like some very serious cutscenes look absolutely dumb. I think it's wonderful, and yeah, it makes the game more replayable. It makes everything more interesting when you can customize.
Oh, completely agree. I was blown away. I thought that I thought the cutscenes were pre-rendered. So the first time I saw my Gustav go into a cutscene in full baguette uniform, I was
Same.
very impressed. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely a big part of what makes the cutscene so fun. It's just seeing
It was such a
whole,
cool idea.
clown squad doing into a very serious cutscene.
Clown Squad. I love it. Reminds me of my first Cyberpunk playthrough. So here's another thing, kind of talking about how you guys came to these conclusions. This is at its heart a foundationally like very deep turn-based RPG. Generally these games, although they are flashy, generally we see like games of like real big art performances, more kind of action RPGs. What made you guys want to go this more methodical turn-based route? What did that add to the game in your opinion?
Great question.
I mean, it wasn't even an addition. Like the project basically started as a solo project, and my goal was to create a turn-based with high fidelity graphics, which is not really done anymore.
Yeah.
Since basically Lost Odyssey, and
Yep.
Lost Odyssey is one of my favorite games of all time, and I love turn-based so much, and I don't understand why nobody is doing it. It was kind of like a fine, I'll do it myself situation. I mean, I didn't do it myself; we did it with the team, obviously. But yeah, that was pretty much the first goal, and then we built the game on top of that. But I'm also very much a fan of action games like Devil May Cry, Nier, all the PS2 action games, and Sekiro was actually the main inspiration for the parry system.
Ooh.
And I just wanted to try and mix and match both, and somehow it worked. I remember the first time we just tried to prototype the defense system, just changed the turn-based on its head completely, and we were like, it's so obvious. And yes, some games did this in some ways, like Mario RPG, even Yakuza does some real-time stuff like this. But to push it even further, I mean, it just changed things completely. And when we first plugged the counter, we were like, okay, this is it. This is a killer feature. This is the whole game. And then the challenge was to keep this very real-time aspect without losing the strategic flavor that the turn-based have. So we still made a very, very deep progression system with crazy builds, crazy combos, and you can focus on the defense system, but you can also kind of if you really build around the fact that you're very bad at parrying, you can build it more defensively, and you can pretty much ignore the defensive system. But yeah, you have to build accordingly. But yeah, it was really mixing the best of both worlds.
I love it.
That's so good. That's so cool. First off, all the inspirations, right? Mentioning Sekiro as the inspiration for the parry system, because I know that's the big thing for Sekiro was parries, right? That's why it was different than the other Souls games, and honestly, it had a rough reception. I feel like to traditional Souls fans at the time. I remember hearing a lot about it because it played into that so much that some people were kind of put off by it, but I have it. So one day we're gonna get it. But the fact that he mentions Mario RPG as well, that's fantastic because it does, right? I remember I played it on the Super Nintendo a little bit. I remember playing the beginning of the game because it wasn't mine. It was my brother's cartridge, right? And so he literally kept it in his room with his stuff. So it was I could just play it whenever. But I did get to play it a little bit at one point at the beginning, so I understand the sort of active combat. And then also Paper Mario kind of functions the same way. Right? Thousand Year Door. And I think Mario and Luigi also kind of have this similar thing. But the fact that he mentions Super Mario RPG, I love that. That's fantastic. Right, in the mindset, nobody does, these turn-based games anymore. It's I wanted to make a hyper-realistic turn-based game. And it's fine, I'll do it myself. And I absolutely love that. That's so good.
Accordingly. But yeah, it was really mixing the best of both worlds.
I love it. I noticed the picto that made it so you gain an AP whenever you get hit, and I was like, oh, that was made for me. Excellent. Okay, there's my fallback picto. So that's it's cool to hear you say that because I get asked all the time what this game is. And what I tell people is it's a turn-based RPG at heart, but especially if you play on the hardest difficulty, it's also kind of a timing action game. If you don't get that stuff down on the hardest difficulty, a lot of enemies are just going to make a mockery of you. So I have to say it makes it's interesting to have some deep RPG with such an action-based mechanic to be so important. That's not done often, and it's awesome. It feels very good. So
it feels
for someone like me that loves both those styles of games, I love turn-based, love action stuff. It's an excellent combination, no question.
I'm glad you say that because one of the main things that we question that we were asked in development by publishers and everything before we had enough funding to make the game was some people like turn-based. Oh, you're in a cool area now.
Yeah.
Some people like turn-based, and some people like action games. And A lot of people speak as if these two audiences don't overlap at all, when like everybody who plays turn-based that I know also play action games and vice versa. So like it was never incompatible for me. So I'm glad it somehow worked out.
Yeah, completely. It did for, I'd argue, most of us. By the way, a little shout out about it working out for most of us. Congratulations on 3 million sales in 1 million sales in 3 days. Yeah, that's huge. I mean, just massive
crazy.
congratulations. I think
thank you so much.
we're all rooting for you in that regard. So tell us a little bit, now that we've kind of talked about the world, we've talked a little bit about the combat mechanics and everything.
Incredible.
Tell us a little bit about the characters and kind of how they fit into this incredible world you've designed here. Also, I think you should add more corpses to this area whenever you have a chance in a patch or something.
Yeah, we'll do.
You can add yours if you try to fight the boss. No, like the characters were very much built on the foundation of the world. Like when we came up with the concept of the monoliths and the number going down, then it was about like building characters who are interesting in relation to like their world, like the gommage, the paintress, the number. Yeah, you'll probably die here.
Watch out.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, man? This is, I'm fine. Oh.
And
No, you'll do great. You'll do great.
See, that's what I need there. Thank you, Nico. That's what I need right now.
yeah, and then like it's about like building characters that are very, very believable, and it was one of the main focus since the beginning in the writing is to have everything feel very natural and very grounded, like not what you would expect in this type of game where usually it's a bit like younger heroes, something about growing up. Like here it's more really like people who have already lived their life in a very tragic world, and everybody kind of think differently about what is necessary. Like Sophie in the beginning has a very different mindset from Gustav, and that's why they broke up. This is not spoiler, it's like in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, anything in the first, I'd say half hour is probably okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So then Lune has her own like idea of like she wants to understand. Ciel goes more because that's like the only thing that really makes sense for her at this point of her
Yeah,
life.
she kind of has nothing to lose.
Yeah, get that vibe from her, especially from the introduction. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, exactly. And Gustav is more like like what I would call a classic hero. Like he just fights for Lumiere and like wants to offer the children of Lumiere a better future, like a future at all, actually. So yeah, it was really a mix of building them in relation to the world, but also like making them really, really believable with very like many nuances that you can see throughout the dialogues. And I think it shows in the scenes where like they get angry and they stop getting angry, but they get angry again, they talk over each other. And like all this kind of like writing and direction is really something that we wanted to have and be like a very strong point of the game, because I believe that in many games it doesn't really...
It doesn't come through. Yeah, completely.
Yeah, literally.
In fact, it's funny that you mentioned that. We've talked about that many times in previous MMOs where it's just like, show this character, say a line. Show that character, say a line. Show that character, and it's completely unnatural. Nobody ever talks like that. So
Or it's like
that's
huge
been noticed,
exposition dumps.
especially in the cutscenes in this one. That's big.
Thank you so much. And yeah, some like trivias, like a lot of cutscenes actually, when we recorded the mocap. And shout out to our mocap actors because they have been absolutely brilliant. Like a lot of it is actually improv, where like someone just wants to yell and they just talk over the other person. The other person tries to talk, but like the other is not stopping. Like a lot of it came very naturally, and I feel like it would have been like the right quote things to do to just stop them and no, you say this line then and you say this line then, and we were just like, yeah, we ball. It's cool. Let's just keep it, and we will work with that. Just because it sounds very much more like natural.
I was gonna say that's like the ultimate way to cause. That's literally recording a natural conversation. Like that's probably why it sounds so good. Also, turns out walls smashing on your party hurt.
Yeah.
That
That's a
didn't
very
happen
cool
when I
boss,
fought
though.
him.
I don't think he attacked me a single time. Like that was super cool.
That's
I want to come back
crazy.
and play with him later when I can focus a bit more. But that was an interesting boss. Yeah.
That's super cool.
There are a lot of little things like that in the game.
So here's something else I got to ask you about. Talking about the characters and I don't think I have yet heard a voice in this game that doesn't sound like it's coming from that character. How did you guys
So
pick
good.
your voices for this game?
Yes.
And how did you deliver outside of the kind of naturalness? How did you
Good
get them to kind of
show.
get into their characters?
Because they fit so
To
perfectly.
be honest, like the choice was actually like it was all blind auditions except for Andy Serkis and Charlie Cox.
Yeah.
But like even Ben Starr and Jennifer English were blind auditions, and we didn't really recognize them before we got them. So
That's
it's really
amazing.
like just luck. But really, like even the other actors like Kirstie Ryder, Shala Nix, Rich Kibble, Maxence Cazorla, who voiced like the main party, they have all been so easy to work with. Like in the voice sessions, like they immediately like understood the characters. They were very, very attached to them. Like they read the whole bio like 10 times. They read the whole script before the first session, which is very rare. And like they all had so many questions and they were so invested. And I think it's just like a matter of, yeah, it's a small project. And it transpires passion. And props also to Jennifer Sverbergien, our writer and voice producer, who like sends so much material to the voice actor all the time that they were kind of overwhelmed, but it made them so much more passionate about the project that, yeah, I mean, they were super talented, super easy to direct, super easy to work with, and nice people. And yeah, even like today they are friends. And it's kind of like the dev, really. It's just like people are passionate and they want to do their best and they're talented, and somehow everything works.
I mean, I believe as well, like Kepler played a huge part in trying to find also these actors too.
And
For,
that's
as well.
Kepler Interactive, your publisher.
Yeah.
Kepler Interactive, the publisher, and yes, it's thanks to them that we got Charlie Cox and Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
What we wanted to have like some big names in the voice acting because, like, I mean, it's kind of a cool marketing cost in a way. Like, it really helps the game, it helps the art, but also like it makes like people talk about the game. So like they sent us a list of people that we could get, and like they were basically our first choice, and we sent them the script, and they were like, okay, this is great, let's do it. And yeah, then it worked pretty easily. But yeah, it's thanks to Kepler that we were able to like just get to them.
Very cool. So tell me, you specifically mentioned everyone but Charlie Cox and Andy Serkis. What about those two kind of? How did that come to be?
Yeah, they handpicked those two.
Yeah, so yeah, I just like kind of explained it, which is like just Kepler sent us a list of.
Oh, so that was from them. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
from them,
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you told them and then they did that and brought it back. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No. Good deal. Very cool. Yeah, that's great. We've heard
Great
great things from
choices.
Kepler frequently, so that's pretty amazing. Something else that's been kind of amazing is the music. Now, I heard something
yes.
about how you found this guy. Can you tell us this whole story?
Please.
And the whole story of the whole team is basically an RPG that makes no sense still to this day, which is just like I send a mail to a random person on the internet, and this person just says, okay, let's work together. And then this person turns out to be the most talented person on the planet. I mean, it's basically
That's
the same
such a
as with
funny way to
Nicolas right
describe
here.
it. Yeah.
So for Florian Testard, the composer, like he just like wrote one post on a very obscure like French independent game developer forum where like, he just put a music like once, and I just went to this forum like once and I listened to his track and I was like, hey, this is cool. You want to work together? And he was like, yeah, okay.
And 154 tracks later, right?
Exactly. Like, he is absolutely insane, like really, like legit, absolutely insane. And you know, like the fun thing working with Lorient is that sometimes like he just sends a music and he was like, yeah, I spent like 2 hours on it. I think it's not really good. And he sends you like this absolute masterpiece of a song that I've been listening to for 5 years now. Like, I can't even fathom how like talented this guy is. Yeah, I think like the soundtrack. I mean, I didn't work on it at all, so it doesn't sound too arrogant. And I've been listening to it for 5 years straight, and it's an absolute banger. Like, I love it so much. So yeah, big props to Lorient Testard, our composer. I mean, I'm his #1 fan, really.
That is so cool. Side note: somebody just said it in chat as well, and just to reiterate it, during the playthrough, somebody, a big Marvel fan or a big comic book fan in my chat was like, you know, Charlie Cox used to be Daredevil to me, but I don't think I can see him outside of Gustav now.
That's really
like
It actually works both ways. Where you actually put the baguette skin on him, you'll have both of them.
There you go, done and done.
Yeah,
Done
because
and
of the
done.
glasses.
So with
God damn.
with everything we've kind of talked about here, well, I would love to talk about some other stuff, but I'm sure it's way too early about that. Tell me this: how has it been seeing everything you've done in the last 5 years culminate in what's happened in the last 4 days?
Now, there is one easy word to describe the feeling. It's absolute denial.
Yeah, I'm still trying to pinch myself to this day. I don't think it's true.
Yeah, no, the last week has been completely surreal, like completely surreal. Like I always say that the game is going to be like kind of niche, but like the people who are going to love the game are going to really love the game. But like to see it just blow up and just pretty much everybody loving it, it
Literally.
feels like absurd.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's just the word.
Yeah, and by the way, shout out to like you for streaming, but like also your chat, everyone. Like, just,
Yeah.
like everybody is so super positive and supportive. It's really absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, I've been following everybody on Twitch for the past like 4 days now, just constantly, like just security cameras at this point. I think we just have a ton of like a ton of Twitch streams open, just seeing like where people are at now. So it's just completely overwhelming at this point.
That's so cool.
We have
though.
like a special channel on our Discord where we share like the fan messages that we receive on our mailbox. And like we receive so many incredible messages that just make us cry on like how deeply the game just touched them and resonated with them,
Yeah.
like making them go through like tough moments and everything.
Oh,
I mean, this is why we make video games. This is why we make art, and yeah, it's just we've been crying a lot for the last week. To be honest.
I
No,
bet,
it's
man.
quite surreal.
That first 30 minutes. I mean, you know, we another thing we talked about on the channel a lot is games and the hook. You know, like when a game really grabs you and kind of drags you through the whole thing. Without spoiling it, the first 30 minutes of this game, I was not ready. I was not like that was an excellent start. It was very kind of classic and traditional, especially for the game, which felt really good. It really fit, and I feel like you really filled that space very well. So that was
I was snatched
a great
immediately.
hook. No, saying no one was ready for the intro. That's right, but I think that's one of the reasons it's so special. No question. So.
On our Discord channel, we have like we're like watching the streams and we're like approaching like certain big scenes and we're like trying to post them as quickly as possible. As they're like, oh, this is happening right now, especially like with the timing from you with your call and what you just experienced just before. We're like, oh yes. That's gonna be interesting.
Oh, dude, the timing worked out perfectly. I was too a little bit nervous because I definitely do not. A game like this, you can't rush a game like this. You know, this is a game you savor. That's the whole point of it. So, you know, when you really want to get somewhere, but you also really want to enjoy the ride, it becomes a little tumultuous. But so actually, you know, it's interesting. So talking about like the ride and what the game provides to the player. With a game like this, especially of this depth and customization, we usually see these hours like be 70, you know, pure completion like 130. It feels like you guys made a conscious decision to make a more focused, delivered narrative. How did you guys approach that?
Yeah, I think it was like one of the key things in making it successful. It's not to see too big. I mean, we saw far too big anyway, but not much bigger than too big. But it was, really making like the narrative, like putting it at the core of the game, and how do you like deliver as you said, like a game that hooks you and never lets go. And the most efficient way to do that is like to be very focused on the narrative, and like even the levels are not like outrageously big, but still like have a lot to explore for people who want to experiment. Like we have a world map to like encourage exploration and everything. Like the story itself, it was since the beginning we were like, okay, no bloat, no like filler stuff. We are just going straight for what's interesting, and we don't like do anything else and anything more.
Thank you. Yes.
But then like
there's
also,
like zero bloat.
It was about delivering the narrative in a very concise way, but also like hiding a lot of stuff in the side content for the people who want to know more. But like some people just want to just like see the main story and be done with it. So these people will also enjoy the like 30-hour ride. But if you want to really do everything, it's more than 60 hours. Like from what we see from players, it's between 60 and 100 hours.
Oh wow.
How good you are.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. I was being told 60 was the top end. So that's amazing. Okay.
But I think we hit like 80.
That was our estimation, but I think we got a little bit too good at the game.
That's fair. That's fair.
But it's really like if you want to do everything, and we have a lot of super bosses also, so if you want to find them all and just kill them all, they are for you.
Very nice, very nice. So I know that we are on a pretty strict limit with this, and we have about 4 minutes left. There's a few questions from the community that I'd love to get out there. First of all, I feel that there is a request, nay, a demand for SKA plushies. Is that part of the plan?
True.
We were literally talking about it on our Discord channel this morning.
Okay.
it is absolutely necessary for the world. So we
thank you. I'm glad you
Thank
feel
God.
the same
Okay.
way. That's good.
right.
Absolutely necessary for the world. You heard it here first. That's great. So another question
Take
is
7.
now this is. Please feel free to just be like, we're not even thinking. We don't care. We don't like. Let's not talk about it. That's totally fine. But a lot of people got this game came out. They were like, let me dip my toe in. They became completely infatuated. Many people have already beaten the game. And they're like, okay, have you guys talked about anything about what's coming, your future plans, any DLC? And again, if you just want to be like, nope, we just want to celebrate right now, that's totally cool.
right now we are still like in denial, as I said. So like, like what comes after was very much dependent on how well this game does and what's going to happen after. Yeah,
Totally
so
fair.
right now, like even we know for sure.
Perfect. You know, honestly, with the amount of success you've gotten in the last 4 days, I can completely understand it. Completely
million
understand
copies.
it. Another thing that I'm seeing over and over is a lot of people in chat would really like to follow you guys a little bit more than just like a Twitter thing. Do you guys have like a Discord, or do you follow a Reddit, or any place that people can go to really kind of connect with the dev team?
So yeah, just so you know, like we are following everything on the Reddit. Like there is an like Expedition 33 Reddit.
Oh, they
which is
actually
just, like,
run the Reddit.
/Expedition 33.
Perfect.
But we're going to work on more like social stuff in the coming days. We are not expecting so many people. So
Yeah.
we'll have to adapt.
Yeah. Now you have, a cool 3 to 10 million people that want to connect with you. That's something you just throw together overnight, right?
Real casual.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Less than 5 days.
Let's throw that together. Well, guys, I just want to thank you so much for the time today. It has been an absolute pleasure. I've been streaming on Twitch for 12 years. We've played so many games, and it is revitalizing and a breath of fresh air, especially lately, to see a game come out of this quality, of this caliber, and still be rooted in passion. Thank you.
Thank you.
From us.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
we appreciate it, man. Like this
So
is
right.
for many of us, this is why we play games, is for games like this. And hopefully this is like the start of a renaissance in game dev as we see the AAAs kind of slow down and companies like you guys start to come up, because frankly, if we keep getting anything even half this quality, we're going to be eating good for a long time. So I can already tell you, we're already looking forward to whatever you do next. And this is just remarkable. So yeah.
No
I mean,
pressure.
thank you so much for all the love and support from everybody. It's just completely insane. We
Yeah.
can't thank you enough, really.
Heck yeah, guys. Before
Yeah.
we go, any final words from you guys?
It was really a pleasure to be here, and thank you to everybody who's been listening to this. It's still unbelievable that some people are interested in what we have to say, so thank you so much. Thank you for playing the game, Cole. Like, really, we're all following you. And
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
So,
you
yeah.
guys. No, that should be going to you, not to me. You guys have provided the art. I'm just enjoying it. So thank you. So yeah, Nico and the CEO of the company. It's been remarkable. I'm sorry. Of course I looked over to see your name, and thank you, Discord for gamer mode. So I could say thank you, Nico and D, for joining us today. As Kat will tell you, I'm terrible with names. I don't even know my own anymore. I'm just Co. And thank you guys so much for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure. And, maybe down the road we could chat again. I'd love to hear, like, once things settle down a bit, like the next steps and where we're going, because I think I speak for many of us when I say we're going to be following you guys very closely. So just thanks again.
Yeah, I mean, likewise. We can't wait to talk again. That'll be really cool.
Heck yeah. All right, well, have a great day. Thank you again, and
You too.
please go just party. You guys deserve it.
We will. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Have a great one, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Guys, that was so much fun. Thank you so much to our friends at Kepler Interactive and Sandfall Interactive for not only sponsoring the last 2.5 hours, but also giving us the opportunity to talk to, in my opinion, some of the new rock stars in game dev. I can tell you now, I know that many of us, including me, will be following these guys so closely. It's rare, very rare, that developers have as much passion as you can just tell by every word they say in that interview. They clearly wanted to deliver an amazing game, not an amazing number on a sheet. And that is so important these days. So anyway, thanks to them, thanks to Sandfall, thanks to Kepler. What a fun stream this morning. That was just awesome. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take ad out of my title
Man, what
big secret.
absolutely incredible. This was fantastic. Seriously, the fact that they connected with Co to do this interview and it was so genuine, right? These it's just obviously I love seeing the insight, right? Insight into everything, right? Their approach to the game, how they did the casting, right? How they did the story. The fact that he they themselves described putting the team together like it's an RPG on its own. Like he just goes out somewhere and he talks to this one guy. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty cool music. Yeah, you want to join us and go on this adventure?" And he's like, "Yeah, totally." And then they go and they find the next person, right? But the you know the musician they picked up was like one of the greatest musicians, you know. But at the time, it just seems like this is just some guy, you know. And then you pick up the writer. Just it's so that's so I love the analogy. It's amazing, and Co is so right. This is it is rare, unfortunately rare, but it is rare to see, and we love to see it. The something made with such actual passion and love and just determination to make something really, really good, right? And the point of the story being not 100 hours, 80 hours, 70, 70 hours, something like that, right? it's it's very if you follow it, because if you're just in it for the story, you just want to see it, you don't really want to do all of the activities, you don't want to do all the exploration, you could do it probably about probably like 25, probably like close to 30 hours. You could probably do it without having to really struggle. And if you do it on like kind of the lower difficulties, right, just to experience the story, probably even faster. But the fact that it has such a ceiling for both skill and customizability with the Pictos and Luminas, but on top of that, the amount of content that you can do in this game is incredible. It is. There's so many optional things, and it's so rad that they're there because you don't need them. You don't need the optional things to finish the game, but by doing the optional things, it not only enhances your experience, right? But it enhances the world and the story itself. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so good. This was such a cool interview. Man, we had it's such good insight. And this is why I had a lot of hopes. Co asked great questions. Incredible questions that I feel like were answered really well as well by them. So this was 10 out of 10. Phenomenal. And it man, seeing the early game again gets me. Right? I mean, let's be real, like this was a while ago cuz we finished the game but we did everything. And like I was thinking we hit like 80. I'm pretty sure we hit close to like 80 something hours throughout playthrough trying to 100% everything. But regardless, right? This has been absolutely wonderful. It's so cool. It's cool to hear it. It's cool to see it. And yeah, I could again, I like with everything else, I could talk about this for far too long, for far many more hours than we have time for today. So I'll leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Mr. Carnage, for letting us watch your interview. It was phenomenal and by far incredibly engaging. So seriously, really appreciate it, man. And so I'm gonna go and I'm going to everybody go. We're gonna link this video in the description and we're gonna pin in a comment. Go give the video a like, give support, right? And let me know what you guys think about the interview. What did you what did you think? Right? What are your thoughts? Because I've man, so many thoughts I have, but we don't have that kind of time. So at the end of the day, thanks again. Seriously. You guys, Ed and for Sandfall and Kepler setting this whole thing up for him and sponsoring it and just everything, you know. 3 million copies in 3 days for 1 million copies. Jeez. It sold 5 million up at this point. I think it's 5.5 or is it 4.4? One of the two. It's selling copies like crazy. But the fact that 3 days it was 1 million, that's got to be mind-blowing. And it is for them. The fact that they're like, oh yeah, the people that are gonna like this are gonna like it. They're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. People that love the turn-based, we believe in this product. We believe in our game and our story, everything we're doing. Right? But to see people outside of their target audience really loving it, that's something special. Right? That's amazing. And to hit 1 million copies in 3 days, that's insanity. Right? It's so good. So good. But anyway, that was it. This was fantastic. This is amazing. So, thanks again for watching, everybody. This has been awesome. So, see you guys in the next video. Whatever that ends up being.